What is the difference here is trying to stop a spread?
Well, I'd hate to have to rely on a game plan, and I think that's understating what the players themselves did. You know, they execute. I mean, what they'd have to. I mean, it's from a physical standpoint, let alone the mental part of what they need to do, and the repetition that they take at the type of plays that a team presents you with, both in the run and pass game. And again, this week, you know, the tempo is higher. The space becomes greater because now we're not in the phone booth anymore. We're out there in the parking lot, and we've got to be able to now make plays out in space. There's more one-on-one opportunities for everybody, so everybody's got to be able to man up and make the plays that they have to up front, and including the linebackers. You got to get in and off your blocks. You got to disengage and then go run to the ball because again, I mean, there's one ball and there's 11 guys to get to that football, and that's what we need to be able to preach.
I heard you kind of described it as being basketball on grass. Is that something kind of how it is?
I've always said that about the spread offenses, you know, and I always refer to it as you know, showtime, like the Lakers. It's fast break basketball. You know, there's a layup at one end, and you better haul ass back to the other end and go get set up ready for the next play. There's no time to be up or be down. You just need to be able to stay on an even keel, stay focused, and get in and out of the huddle, which that's probably a misnomer because there is no huddle. We'll get at the line of scrimmage, get the signal from the defense on the sideline, or get our substitutions in, and everybody's got to be on the same page.
That being said, is that a lot more difficult to kind of do something like that on the road?
No. The only thing that ever is difficult is whether it be home or on the road is when you know, the tempo, the momentum goes over to the other offense. You know, if you're affected by that and your heart rate continues to go up and down, I mean, that's not good. That's why we've got to kind of stay on that even keel and just continue to play.
What do you think about all these teams in the conference going to this spread? I mean, it seems like, you know, with the new coaches coming in, it seems like there's a lot more spread in the conference.
Well, you know, there was a T formation, full house backfield at one time. There was some guy along the way, you know, Newt Rockne introduced a forward pass. I think it was more like a curl flat, or maybe it was just an out. I don't know, but it's just evolution, and to an extent, I really like it because of the fact you're not preparing just for one team. Now we're preparing for half of our schedule in a spread offense, and it would be exactly half if we had played Nicholls State. You know, 6 out of the 12 teams that we'll play will be in a spread offense.
That being said, what does a quarterback like Hundley do in that kind of offense? You know, how dangerous is he?
Well, first of all, he's very poised for a young athlete, and especially at the quarterback position. He's not playing like a first-time player. He seems to really have a good grasp of the offense, getting everybody lined up. He gets the call from the sideline most of the time. They look over, they get it. He's got to communicate to the front, to the backfield, to the wide receivers. He's got to scan the defense and then go about playing. They have design run plays for him, and he's a threat to run the ball out on the edges. But over the last couple of weeks, they've kind of kept him down a little bit from running out on the edges. He's made more plays from the pocket. You know, you do a good job at defending their pass, especially with your underneath coverage, taking some of the short game away, and the width of the formations, you know, take that away, and then he's left with a 4-man rush with 5 guys blocking, and then if everything's covered up, he pulls it down and goes, and he's just not a mad scrambler. He's very timely in scrambling, so he's very well schooled in that. He's got a good feel for it. You know, that clock goes off and almost like a 3 count, and if he hasn't released the ball, it's coming down, and he's going to go get what he can for the first down.
Is it important to kind of contain him in there then?
Well, it's important, number one, to get after him. I mean, get upfield, especially your edge rushers. Make sure they retrace their steps, have good integrity in the pocket. So you have 4 guys, you know, 2 on one side of the ball, 2 on the other, and keep that integrity, and then be able to, as you said, you know, corral him, keep him in that pocket, and know where his escape lane is. Don't make it left and right. Make it inside, and everybody can be able to collapse the pocket back in on him.
For the defense, is it kind of exciting to get back out on the field and kind of hit another team and, you know, kind of get restless with all the bye weeks?
Well, I'd say you'd probably have to ask the players, but being around them, I would say absolutely yes. You know, they're looking forward to playing again. They had a good experience in the first game. Felt like we improved, and now the consistency is going to be where it's at. And this is a huge challenge for us. They're playing at a very high level. You know, they're over 600 yards a game, 40 points a game. You know, putting up those great numbers, and now it's our turn to you know, show up and see what we can do against that team.
Tough going into conference play with just one game under your belt, or it's okay having extra time to prepare?
Well, we're going. You know, that's the big thing. Whether it be conference play or we're playing the local high school, whatever, it's just important to win. And the extra time to prepare has been good because we can switch gears a little bit from a pro-style offense to a spread offense and get more experiences during practice, so that way there we can limit mistakes in the game. But again, as you go into the game, you know, the limited number of reps that we've taken, now it's, you know, our ability to tackle. Now it's our ability to tackle in space. There'll be a lot more one-on-ones, and then you know, the posse's got to get there so then we can make a gang tackle.
Last one for me here. Can you kind of describe what it's like going into the Rose Bowl and trying playing in that stadium? Beavers over the years just haven't had a ton of success down there. Just wondering why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. It's really a nice field. It's a great stadium. It's a stadium that we'd like to go back to at the end of the season. I think it's got a lot to do with the team, you know, that we play, and maybe the other part of it is our mindset, you know, being a good road team and going down there and winning, no matter where it is. There's lines on the field, and you know, there'll be a whistle to set play in motion, and let's go play, and not worry about all that other stuff. Just, you know, beat the guy in front of you and then look up at the scoreboard at the end, and hopefully we come out on top.